Yeah. I'm in a music and loose. I'm on a rhythm and blues.
To my channel is your girl's tales. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for tuning in. Up on here, it's all love, it's all DIYs, it's all how-tos, it's all finances, lifestyle vlogs, faith. We talk about a lot of things on this channel, so feel free to put your comments in the comment section below, suggestions or what you want me to talk about. If there's any story time you want me to do, I'll be glad to do it. So today we're going to talk about something that has been eating a lot of moms up, a lot of working moms up, and it's something I stumbled upon last week on a post. So I was watching some IG stories last week, and I stumbled upon Baby Bad Boss's IG story, and she said she, just like on a normal day, before she goes to work, she's a working mom and she has a toddler, and before she goes to work, she drops her child off at school. So as she got to the school premises, she realized that everywhere was empty. So she thought maybe they had a program or something like that. So she was now told that these kids started their midterm break today. So it's obvious she didn't pay as much attention as she's supposed to, or because of work she didn't really understand, or she didn't really get the memo that that day started their midterm break for the school. So she put on her post that, will her child remember today and call her a bad mom or something of that sort? I now responded and I told her that she shouldn't feel bad about it. She should take her time to relax, that her daughter would not really, she will not really remember it except she tells her as a joke one day, because the girl is just 2 years. So that is what prompted today's topic. So as a mom, there are so many things that, there was a time my baby fell down and I was in the office. They didn't tell me because they didn't want me to be destabilized, and he was pretty small then, but when I got home I felt this kind of guilt that if I was there, not if he has not fallen in my presence before, but I felt this guilt. Then he was trying to walk anyways. I felt this guilt that if I was there he wouldn't have fallen down, or sometimes even when I take work home, which is few times, when I take work home and I feel guilty, like even the time that I have to even spend with him, work is actually still eating into that time. So there's a lot of things that working moms go through, that they need encouragement and support from friends, from families, from their spouses, so they don't feel like maybe they are prioritizing their work and money, because the essence of you working is making money. I think they're prioritizing material things over the love of their child. So it's simple, in as much as I also have that mom guilt, I also try to look at the good times I have with my baby. I work Monday to Fridays, but Saturdays and Sundays are for my baby. So I try to look at the memories we shared that period, and sometimes even when I come back from work, if I come back early, we still bond. Sometimes before I go to work in the morning, we still find a way to bond, So I would advise moms to always, that spare time you have, any little time you have, try and bond with your children, especially when you're a 9-to-5 mom. It's really not easy because you're already tired from work, you want to rest. The only thing coming to your mind now is, let me rest. But you need to try. We've had situations and instances whereby the nannies, the babies prefer their nannies to their mom, where they call their nannies their mom, call their mom their aunties, or they prefer their father to their mother based on these reasons. There was a retreat I went for. It was one Independent Women's Day. That was sometime, I think in 2018, thereabouts. One of the International Women's Day programs. And the woman was like, she went to her child's school, for one of these open day something. And the teachers were trying to find out who she was. Like, she was like, I'm here to pick my child. And they were like, sorry, who's your child? Because most of the activities, most of the events, is the husband that usually attends it. She did not have time to do that. She could not even afford to do that because she had a key role in the bank and she couldn't be missing office except she was on leave. So the teachers, the caregivers at the school had no idea she was the mother to 3 children, not just one, 3 children in the same school, and they still did not know her. So she said she felt bad. But she got home and she had to put herself together. She was like, fine, let them know my husband. That in some instances, they know the wife more than the husband. At least they know one parent, right? So if your spouse can fill in for you in some areas, let your spouse fill in for you in some areas. Do not let the child be cheated because mommy is busy, daddy cannot make it. Let one of the parents try to fill in that gap for the two of you. If two of you cannot be there at that particular moment, there are some children that have both parents luckily attending their events. But if both parents cannot attend their events, let at least one parent attend. Then I'd also like to say, yes, that mom guilt is prevalent in so many working moms' minds, even working moms that have grown-up kids. That is even what surprises me the most, because I'm a first-time mom, so I was thinking it was a first-time mom thing, that because Bemi, the lady story on Instagram that prompted this video, is also a first-time mom. So I was thinking it was a first-time mom thing that maybe when I have a second child, I would grow this phase of working and not really being there 24/7 for my baby or for my child. But I spoke with some other people, and every working mom seemed to have it. If you care about your child that much, you feel at a particular point in time that you ought to have been there, you ought to have been there, you ought to have been there. It's a feeling that doesn't go away. So you just have to handle it. You need to have the right support system that will not make you have that guilt constantly. You need to have friends that spur you up and tell you you're doing a good job. See if I can summarize everything I've said in quotes. So don't let it eat you up. Of course, you're human. You would have that guilt once in a while, but don't let it eat you up. Don't let it deprive you of the joy of motherhood, because some people will say, that you're not there, you're not there. You're there or you're not there. You are his or her mother. So don't let it deprive you of the joy of motherhood. Enjoy every moment you have with your child. Singular time to go out, spend some time with your children or your family. Because that work-life balance, people just say it, and all these motivational speakers, they say it once in a while, trying to have it, and even we try to inculcate it. But if you're not intentional about it, you realize that you're working, and when you're supposed to even have that family time with your family, you're just resting because you're tired. I really need to leave the office, traffic and all that. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.